Hi, my name is Jodie McKeever and this is my presentation based on Amazon's corporate social responsibilities. First of all, I'm going to tell you what corporate social responsibility means and how companies incorporate their CSR program into how they operate on a day-to-day basis. A corporate social responsibility program is basically there to outline the extra things a company is committed to doing but doesn't necessarily have to do. For example, it is not against the law for a company to not care for the environment, but they will do it anyway as it will make them look good by doing something which they don't have to do. The CSR program is mainly there to benefit people. It can have a huge benefit to employees and it also benefits to things such as the environment. Corporate social responsibility is a broad term used to describe a company's efforts to improve society in some way. Its main benefits include better brand recognition, positive business reputation, increased sales and customer loyalty, operational cost savings, better financial performance, greater ability to attract talent and retain staff, organisational growth, and easier access to capital. Although CSR only means one thing, it can differ between different companies. One company will have a different approach to the environment to another company, and this is where companies' CSR can differ. Everyone has separate views, and this is what will separate some CSR programs. CSR came about in the 1950s. In the 50s, the primary focus was on businesses' responsibilities to society and also doing good deeds. In the 1960s, key events, people, and ideas were instrumental in characterising the social changes ushered in during this decade. In the 1970s, business managers applied the traditional management functions when dealing with CSR issues, while in the 80s, business and social interests came closer and firms became more responsive to their stakeholders. During the 1990s, the idea of CSR became almost universally approved. Also, CSR was coupled with strategy literature, and finally, in the 2000s, CSR became definitely an important strategic issue. Amazon's CSR program is very detailed and also seems very sustainable. In 2016, Amazon launched its first nationwide initiative with Feeding America and its US fulfillment centers to donate excess food to Feeding America. Amazon's current employees, more than 10,000 veterans and military spouses, and plan. In Amazon's CSR program, they also aim to educate and empower their workers. Amazon Career Choice program prepays 95% of tuition fees for employers to take courses for in-demand fields, such as airplane mechanic or nursing, regardless of whether the skills are relevant to a career at Amazon. Up to date, the program was attended by 2,000 employees in 8 different countries. Work with the environment. 3 million square feet of Amazon head office in Seattle is planned to be heated by a district energy system, which means recycling the heat from a nearby building to heat the office space. Amazon will host solar energy systems on 15 fulfillment facility rooftops across the US, with the capacity to generate 41 megawatts of power. AWS exceeded its goal of 40% renewable energy by the end of 2016 and set a new goal to be powered by 50% renewable energy by the end of 2017. Amazon also do a lot of work with different charities. Amazon Smile assists customers to support their favourite charitable organisation when they buy products at Amazon.com. There are nearly 1 million charitable organisations that are eligible for Amazon Smile. Amazon Literary Partnership supports non-profit literary organisations via providing grant funding to aspiring writers. The company is committed to provide occasional donations as disaster relief. For example, about $290,000 was donated to relief efforts for the earthquake in Nepal in 2015. About $320,000 was donated to Typhoon Haiyan relief in the Philippines, and about $430,000 was donated to Hurricane Sandy relief in the US in 2012. In 2015, Amazon delivered 2,000 gift packages to active US military men and women for serving far from their families, and 500 gift packages were given to their children. Programs and work with a number of the UK's leading charities to build initiatives that help give children an equal chance to succeed in today's world. They're using their people, products and funds to help provide the support, skills and opportunities needed to help children learn and develop. They're providing 700,000 breakfasts to children in disadvantaged areas, donating £1.2 million of products to 1,700 charities across the UK, helping hundreds of children improve their reading and providing cloud computing, training and job placements to 1,000 young people and veterans. A prime example of Amazon supporting their local community is when Hurricane Harvey hit Texas, United States. This slide shows how Amazon donated lots of their time and money to help out the victims of this devastating tragedy. Amazon have been investing in the communities in which they operate for many years. Individuals, teams and entire sites actively participate to raise funds for and deliver monetary and product donations to charities in their local community. Employees at each Amazon location are able to select the local charities and community organisations to which they wish to donate. Employees are invested to nominate charities, and the local charity committee then create a short list of 3 charities which employees vote on monthly. They also provide toys, books and Kindles to children in need throughout the festive season. On Microsoft in filing a legal brief that supports the continued implementation of the US Environmental Protection Agency's Clean Power Plan. In September 2016, they announced Amazon Wind Farm Texas, their largest wind farm to date, a new 253 megawatt wind farm that will generate 1 million megawatt hours of wind energy annually. Amazon have proved that they are environmentally friendly by using renewable energy sources and also doing a lot of recycling and by making recyclable packaging. As well as just sticking to what they're doing regarding recycling and using renewable energy sources, they managed to also set goals for the future. This links to their CSR because corporate social responsibility programs are about setting goals. In terms of Amazon educating and empowering workers, they have their Career Choice program, which prepays 95% of tuition fees for employees to take courses in demand fields such as airplane mechanic or nursing, regardless of whether the skills will be relevant at Amazon or not. They also have something called a virtual contact center. This allows Amazon's employees to work from home, which is good for them because there may be a day where they are ill or cannot come into work for some reason, but they will still be able to do their work from home. This benefits both the employer and the employee because the employer won't be losing out on any staff, and it also makes hours more flexible for the employees, making them feel more independent and valued. Although Amazon always talk about how they empower their workers and value their employees, there are articles by the Huffington Post which shows that they have interviewed some of Amazon's employees, and this is what they've had to say about it. The previous slides showed to me that although Amazon seems to have a good reputation, they are seen as a good place to work for, this isn't always the case. There are a lot of cases of Amazon employees complaining about the way they are being treated by Amazon. It seems as if it is such a big company to work for with so many workers that they don't have time for their so-called workers' empowerment, so they let them get on with their jobs and let them go unnoticed, which is the complete opposite of what their CSR program states. Amazon have had some pretty controversial stories posted about them in the news over the past few years. With a company with such a good CSR program, it is not expected of them to have such controversial stories posted about them. The article on the screen says that Amazon started selling a book called The Paedophile's Guide to Love and Pleasure, a child lover's code of conduct. This sparked massive controversy and caused online protests by angry customers saying this was defending paedophiles and even maybe encouraged them. This goes completely against their CSR program as it shows a total lack of responsibility and complete immaturity by selling this book. This photo shows one of Amazon's many warehouses. Amazon claim that they provide a safe and positive workplace for all, but a recent newspaper article says differently. It shows photos of online warehouses with captions saying that staff may have to walk up to 10 miles a day to fulfill their customers' orders. There are also other photos online with captions saying that ambulance has been called to one of Amazon's warehouses with reports that one of the staff has been taken ill after such a stressful day at work. This is a prime example of Amazon not filling what their corporate social responsibility program says, as they are not valuing their workers. It seems they are more bothered about keeping their customers happy, which can be a good thing, but the safety of their staff is a lot more important. There are also lots of complaints by Amazon workers that they have to have timed toilet breaks, and also the toilets are a mess. Amazon have set out a very good CSR program for their company. They focus on good topics and their future goals are also very realistic and very achievable. I wouldn't say they need to change their CSR program, but they should change the way they treat their staff. They are lying in their CSR program by saying they value their staff, when there have been too many reports of unmotivated staff who claim they do not feel valued by Amazon and they do not fulfill what they say in their CSR program. The staff are not empowered or valued, and if Amazon are going to say something in their CSR program which makes people want to work for them, they are going to have to stick to it.